Hi, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. Let's start with a hug. We need some hugs with the stories I'm about to tell you today. It's not cute, not knowing. I'm your auntie of pop culture. So what's going on? The Currys. Del and Sonya Curry, they were kind of like the premier NBA couple. The parents of Steph Curry for the Warriors, Seth Curry, who played for the Sixers, still does. They would be at the games and everybody applauded them. They cheer on their kids. She was attractive. He was a former NBA star, married 33 years. They announced this week it was over. It's been over for quite some time. And now, for everyone who said, well, what happened? Everybody was cheating. Del Curry does not want to give Sonya any alimony. So he is talking like you wouldn't believe. He says that, well, she got a man, and she had a man, and she living with a man. Because they really broke up last year. The man that Sonya Curry is seeing is a rich white guy from Tennessee who's made his money from real estate, but he is a former NFL player, used to play for the Patriots. Sonya says Del Curry been cheating. It's always been women. It was like an open secret in the family that has been going on for years. They first kind of wanted to split up around 2014-15, but for the sake of the family, they kept it together. They really broke up last year. They ain't been together for a while. And Del and his feelings about, well, she with another man. Del, what did you think? She fine. She can get another man. You have options. You have to think. If you have options, you use your options. You just don't sit home, want to be sitting around crying all the time because you want to cheat on me all day. No. We have options. So you got options for days. But Del don't want to give up on no money. He funny. But they're going through it, and now we're finding out this relationship just wasn't what it appeared. Now, remember the Neelys? The black couple that was on the Food Network and everything was, oh, baby, I love you. Pass the butter. Have some nutmeg, have some sugar. Oh, baby, you the best. Ooh. That relationship was so damn fake. They even had me. They did an appearance in Philadelphia. And I introduced them at the Free Library. And I was all happy to be with them because I'm a foodie at the end of the day. So I'm all happy hanging out with them. Then it came out that they're married. They've been living under a facade for months. And they're now divorced and he's remarried. I was mad as hell. I was so mad because I was with them. And I was like, y'all not married. Y'all not in love. What happened? Y'all act like y'all were the best lovers ever. But it was all a facade. Smokey Robinson hit. The love I shoot was just a mirage. It was just a mirage. Everything isn't always what it appears, and marriage is hard. Being in a relationship is hard. And if you turn a blind eye to cheating, there's STDs, there's outside babies. It's just a mess. And you got to know your worth. You got to know your worth. Some people should never get married or be in a long-term relationship because they don't know how to be faithful. And the disrespect. There's so many things that go on in life. Your health, job, parents, kids. It's a lot. Every day ain't a great day. Every day ain't a romantic day. Every day ain't a sexy day. And you got to work on it. And when you're with someone, you still got to go on dates and do things like that because you're dealing with everything else in your life. To think that the Currys, they've been having problems for years, but just for the camera. Go and smile for the camera. But they've been having problems for quite some time. Honey Boo Boo, remember the young girl that was on the reality show with her mom, Mama June? Mama June was on what's she on crack? It was terrible. Honey Boo Boo, who says, please don't call me that no more. It's going to be 16. She's on the cover of Teen Vogue. She wants to be called by her name, Alana. She talks about her life, how people think she's rich. She has no friends. She doesn't trust anybody outside of her family circle, growing up with a parent with an addiction. She talks about fat shaming, fat phobia, how people treat her because she was obese. I'm just look at me with the segue. I'm acting like I'm on the radio right now. Our latest podcast is about fat phobia. How people are treated differently if they're heavy. You know, in Texas, they want to blame overweight people, you know, for getting sick with COVID. Is there a fat phobia in this country? Are people treated differently? Is there cause for concern when you see so many obese kids because they haven't even begun to live or have children or things that happen naturally when you get older? Okay, COVID came, COVID pounds. You're in the house, you're eating. For me, it was COVID/menopause. And I said, ooh, we got to do something. I started intermittent fasting. For the past month, I've been intermittent fasting. The first week, it was a bear. But I'm just, like drinking my water and just trying to do, and they'll get my walking in. Because I noticed the direction that we were headed. And I said, no. We're not going to go past this point. We can be here, but we're not going to go past here. I think it's a personal decision that you got to make when you say that you want to make a change in your life, men and women. You just reach a point where you may notice your stomach protruding just a little bit too much. You just want to do something a little different because you want to reverse it. But how do you feel? I'm old school. I believe in Spanx and if a girdle if you have to wear it, and slips. I'm just old school. When I do shows, I always put up the video like, it's me and my Spanx. My Spanx is on. I can't breathe, but it's all tucked in. Lizzo has created this body positivity image. I see so many girls and they're like half naked, and it's like, oh, stop. I'm older, so maybe I just feel different. Do you think it's a fat phobia in this country? Do you think that fat people are treated differently at the job? Sometimes it can hurt you in a job interview. Look how people are on social media if you're just a little bit heavy. Look how they want to treat you and treat you differently. What about when you see obese kids? How do you feel about that? Should we teach our children, healthier options earlier? Some people want to feed their kids fast food all day, which is not good. You got to learn some eating habits when you're young. But if you don't know, you're not going to know for your children. Remember how Michelle Obama was attacked for initiating a healthy eating thing for children? Because obesity in kids is a problem. This was such a revealing conversation. Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora. Yeah, that's where we live. But it was a great conversation. Patty and the Millennials, what we talked about. Fat shaming, fat phobia in this country. And Alana, a.k.a. Honey Boo Boo. It was an interesting interview in Teen Vogue. 20th anniversary of the death of Aaliyah. It was 20 years ago on this date. Megan Thee Stallion gracing the cover of Essence magazine. I interviewed Mrs. Pat Williams, the comedian. She's got the Miss Pat show on BET Plus. It was a great conversation, how she got started, how the networks didn't want the show. It is a little different. It is a little, because they got the cousin in it. But I find her refreshing. It's streaming now, the Miss Pat show on BET Plus. It's very funny. Those 15 minutes of fame for Sha'Carrie, it's coming. I'm done. Y'all know I was loving that girl. Allison Felix, who was the most decorated U.S. track star in history, kind of reached out. Some people may say she should have did it in private, but, she did it through social media just to offer some words of encouragement and support. And Sha'Carrie said, I ain't think about that. It's not real. Baby, there are so many of us that want to help you. They want to help you. Okay, you're young. You lost your mom. You've been through a lot. The weed smoking. You've been through a lot. But the excuses have to stop, because you got to stop getting in your own way to be the great person to just to see that, liking the things, dissing the Jamaican women. People be taking the social media to a whole new level. But honey, sometimes you got to stop getting in your own way. Because when you get in your own way, you're going to block your blessing. There's greatness there. But you just keep doing stuff to make people say, ugh. So many people want to mentor you, want to help you, just want to take you so you don't lose your money, so you don't lose the fan respect, and support you and help you grow. This is a tough time. She young. She young, y'all. She young. But that right there, Allison is the GOAT. You want to listen to somebody like her because she got her medals. She got her medals, her husband, her kids. She got it. She got her commercials and stuff. She got it. You want it. You want some of those medals that she got, and you hope to get one day. But you can get in your own way. Don't block your blessings with foolishness. Hit the notification button. Leave a comment. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. I appreciate you guys, and I do go through the comments, so do stop in and say hi. Do check out the podcast. This was a really, you ever have a good conversation with somebody, and it was interesting to hear about this whole fat shaming, fat phobia stuff from other people and what they thought. The podcast, it's Patty and the Millennials. Thanks so much. This is our time together, and if anyone's complaining about the heat, just think 4 more months until Christmas. Have a good one. It's not cute, not knowing.